Hope you're all doing well today. In this video, I'm going to be unboxing, reviewing, and installing the Aimwin WL10 compact tack light. If you want to see more videos like this, please like, subscribe, comment, and share to help support the channel. Here we have the manual, the light itself, the rechargeable battery pack, a USB-C charging cord, and the Picatinny rail adapter with an Allen key. Everything here costs $90. On high, it has 900 lumens with 16,000 candelas, and it has a low mode with 200 lumens and 3,500 candelas. This is something you don't see a lot, especially in weapon-mounted lights, is having a low option. I think that's very interesting, and I do like that feature a lot. This is the first light I've seen to have a low option, and for the high, with 900 lumens and 16,000 candelas, that is a lot of performance. With rechargeable batteries, you can get a lot more performance than, say, a battery with CR123s, which is really common. Now, I do prefer batteries with CR123s, so if you're out in a place where you don't have power, you can easily swap it out. But some people do like the convenience of just charging their battery pack so they don't have to keep buying batteries. Here we have a diagram of the screws swapping that out and how everything works. Then for the charging function, it takes about an hour and 10 minutes to charge the battery. That's why I like the convenience of just being able to swap out the batteries instead of having to charge it. And it does have a charging indicator right here on the side. You just press this button on top and you can see it is fully charged with 4 green lights. You would just put this cable on the side right there and it would charge. Showing you how to install the battery, which I will get to, and then it shows you how to swap out the stopper for the Picatinny. It does come factory installed with a Glock stopper. Now, if you wanted the Picatinny one, which is just a little bit bigger, you would just install it with these 2 screws. You just screw it right into it, and then it shows you the mounting, which we will do. And for the brightness adjust level, if you click it 2 times, it will go from high to low. Also have a warranty of 5 years. When we install the battery, we're just gonna make sure this arrow in the lock lines up with this here. So we'll go ahead and slide it in just like this, and then I'm gonna go ahead and pull that back, push it forward, lock it into place. For the switches, they're the low ones. I do prefer the high ones. It makes it a little bit easier to hit instead of bringing your hand down low, which I'll show in a second. And click it once, that'll be high. Then I'll click it again to turn it off. Hold it for momentary. This is the same on the right side. And then if I turn it on and I double click it, it'll go down to the low mode. This is a nice 200 lumens, so it's a lot less bright. I do like how it does have a low mode. Pretty unique on a light like this. If I turn it back on, it's still gonna be in that low mode. I'll click it 2 times again, and then it'll go back to the high. So it does stay in the function you had it at before when you turned it off. Another cool feature about this, it has a button on the side right here. If you push that in, you can quickly adjust this, but you do want to adjust this before you tighten it down all the way. It is pretty cool though. It locks into these little slots right here. This is gonna let you get it as close as you want or as far as you want. This light is going to be for your full thickness handguns. It's not gonna work on your slimline stuff like your Glock 43X or anything like that. So we have my Glock 17 here. It's also gonna work on your Glock 19, just that full thickness handgun. So with a flathead screwdriver, I'm just gonna go ahead and loosen this up. You can hear it ratcheting a little bit. Loosen that up as much as I can. You also do wanna make sure your firearm is clear before you do this. When going to install this, there is a bit of a gap in that factory Glock stopper. So I am actually going to install the extra spacer they gave for the Picatinny. This is going to take some of that away. And there's screws that do come with Loctite already on them. The spacer is gonna go facing towards the rear. There's a little bit of a cutout or a beveled end on this side, and the other side is flat. So I want this side facing up so the screws can drop in there. I'll put the screw on the Allen key, go ahead and drop it in like that. I'll just get it started. Not all the way tight until I get the other one in there. You can use the Glock one if you want, but this is gonna help take up some of that space. I'm gonna push it forward while I'm tightening it. Because this is on a Glock 17, it's gonna be back pretty far. This would work a lot better for your Glock 19s. It's really similar to the Streamlight TLR7 in size. I'm just gonna have this pushed out all the way so I can get it back as far as I can towards my hand for easy activation, but you don't wanna take this off the edge of the light. So I'll just slide it just like this, and then I can push that clamp over, and you can see there's a lot less movement there. Put a little bit of pressure on it like that. You just want the light to be flat, not really pushed up to where it's shining down. And we're gonna go ahead and tighten this on. Here, kind of ratchet it in there. And you don't want this too tight, especially since this is a polymer frame. You really just need about 7 or 8 inch-pounds at the most. Just hand tight right about there. So before tightening this down, you want to make sure that it's in the location for switching that you want it to be. So I'm right here, it's not getting in the way. Also want to make sure I'm not accidentally bumping it. Trying to reach down to hit those switches is a little bit tough. You could do it with your pointer finger if you want, like that. I prefer to do it with my support hand. Kind of have to adjust my grip and go down here. I like the higher switches that come up. If these could be reversed in an upward position or even higher, that would be a little bit better. And there is enough resistance on these switches, which is what you want. If I'm smashing it or putting pressure on it, it's not going to activate. I have to deliberately click it in, and you can feel a nice tactile click on your finger when you do. So you're not going to have any accidental discharges by chance of hitting that light. Also, I can change the battery from here. Just pull that back, slide it out, and then I can check the battery very easily. For the price of $99, I think this has a decent amount of value. It has some good features. At most, you're going to be using it for a few minutes at a time, or maybe 30 seconds here, 30 seconds there kind of thing. Aimwin did send this out to me for free so I could review it and give my thoughts on it. This is an honest channel, and this is an honest review regardless of whether I bought it or if somebody sent it to me for free. These are my initial impressions. If you want to see more videos like this, please like, subscribe, comment, and share to help support the channel. Thank you for watching.